Was there another Robin player I was thinking of? I can't remember. Let's get into this, though.
Yep, gonna be
Johan
versus
AeroLink. FD.
So, I've talked about this in the past on previous streams.
Sure.
I really think this is a very good Bayonetta stage. And the reason for that being is that there's so much empty space that she can play the full hop game extremely well. You know, she's got lots of she's got pretty good like burst movement with the grounded side B too, so she can play like the sort of the grounded like dash dancey sort of play style that you can see in some evasive characters. But she can harass with her dive kick extremely well.
I suppose I could see that. That does make sense.
Yes.
Because removing the platforms gives you more open access to it.
Exactly. Yeah, like on Battlefield, on Dreamland, on Smashville, you can hide underneath those platforms that are around the stage.
That makes sense.
That cuts off one of her options. And on this stage, there's nothing in the way. She just gets to bounce all over the place. The ceiling isn't quite as low as some other stages, so she might not be able to necessarily get the conversions into death off of it as easily. But unless you're...
Holy crap. The air dodge resulted in landing lag.
Oh.
Dude, I'm telling you, Masenko. That's the ish right there, dude.
That's like special beam cannon.
Oh.
Ugh.
But the problem is that after you whiff it, you still have to go back and recharge it, yeah?
Yes, yeah, it does take a long... That is the fullest charge of the neutral B. That is the 4th stage. Takes a very long time to charge.
Yet again.
But yeah.
Down throw up air.
Down throw up air. That is the go-to stock ender.
That's the easy bake oven, dude. Oh my goodness. He managed to hit him with special beam cannon, dude.
Yep. Yeah, so this is, AeroLink.
Nice.
AeroLink has a fairly safe playstyle. Sometimes putting on pressure, but even when he does, he's usually he's not a rushdown player by any stretch. Sure. And that will give Robin the opportunity to be setting up those neutral B charges, get those Thorons on deck, do lots of damage, poke safely, because Bayonetta, if she just gives him time to charge and he gets Thoron, there isn't much risk for throwing Thoron out. One of the scary parts of Bayonetta is she turns a lot of your interactions into high-risk interactions just because the nature of her big hitboxes on up B, the dive kick, and of course witch time. But if you're shooting lightning from across the stage, you're going to be pretty safe.
This is really interesting to see. This is what I've been talking about previously, which is I believe the way you deal with Bayonetta is by being patient.
I believe so too, yeah. Yeah, she's got a lot of rules that I like to think of where she controls space around.
No, this is what happens when you go way too close to the stage. This is one of the precautions that I put out there, especially against characters like Bayonetta who can hit multiple times on the left and onto the right as they're dropping down. It's very easy for them to just throw something out there. Here's the follow-up.
Some damage.
This is the question. Does he know how to DI? He knows how to avoid getting hit, but does he know how to DI? That's the question.
Good position from AeroLink. But, wow, Johan slipping through with the back air after the air dodge.
Tries to cover, get him up in place. Wow. He has the charge on the sword.
Yeah, so that's a tricky thing for Robin. So, they put the side B directly on the ledge. So if you do get up attack, if you do jumps, if you do something too quick, good read from AeroLink there, jumping over the Thoron. But if you do something too quick from the ledge, then you get hit by the fire and you can potentially get comboed. But if you don't do anything, if you sit there and wait it out, then he gets charge. And now he gets the Thoron faster, he gets the level 3 faster, and gets set up for combos.
And you potentially lose invulnerability, and then you have to be honest on your get up.
Yes. But Johan playing a bit of a lead. This is presents where down throw up air will finish the stock. Definitely starting to look for AeroLink.
Look at this item control, dude. Just getting off the tip.
A little bit of a harassment.
Forcing his way in. He's bullying his way in. He's bulldogging, dude.
He does not. I think he lost his left.
Oh,
nope,
baby!
Sword.
Jesus.
Very nice pressure. Rolling forward to feint the grab, and then jumping backwards is a very, very safe way to bait out the roll. Because if they do roll in, then you just forward air them, and if they spot dodged or rolled away, then you just reset, and you still have pretty good position.
I'm sorry, I just fangirled for a second because I saw Crom.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, yo, my dude. Okay, let's do this. Fantastic. So why the stage selection here?
So this Similar to some other stages, there are platforms, so you can kind of hide underneath it versus Bayonetta dive kick. But the central area is pretty wide, so it's not going to be too hard for AeroLink to move around and look for those dive kicks. It is also a relatively low ceiling, so if he does manage to get some good hits, there is a much bigger threat of being able to carry him directly off the top.
Now we're getting into projectile war.
Yeah, so this seems like that's AeroLink's game plan against the zoning from Johan is actually just poke with his bullet arts on down tilt.
And the way you do this, folks, is by holding down the button long.
Oh! Speaking of holding it just long enough to bait off that air dodge.
What he should have done in that situation is drop down and fastball to avoid getting hit, and then immediately up B right after the hit, the active breaks.
Possibly, yeah. And if it's in a lot of situations similar to that one, if you DI away from the throw and then just air dodge back, even if you don't fast fall during the air dodge, oftentimes you're too far out horizontally for the kick to actually connect. And of course, you can jump immediately out, but that's terrifying because there's a giant flip being summoned right above you. If they didn't charge it, then potential chance you're jumping into a spike, and then you get spiked with no jump, and then your stock goes bye-bye. Okay, nice up air.
Good job staying high above AeroLink's attempts.
Ooh. Okay, gonna survive the 11 swords, but another hit like that might do it.
He has special beam cannon on deck.
Yep. Yeah, fairly fast projectile, and the threat.
That has been so consistent.
Yes.
That is the go-to.
Oh, fired the wrong way, but that's all right. He's got time. He's not too far behind. He can afford to make some mistakes.
He's hit 3 or 4 of those.
Yes. Oh.
He's okay.
He does know. So for anyone who has not seen the video from ESAM, there is a very crucial thing. If you are anyone but like a handful of 5 characters, if you SDI up and out, whenever Bayonetta does that up B, she cannot connect up air afterwards, which is extremely important.
Correct.
If Johan had not SDI'd up out there, he may have this game might be over. Of course, it's over now. But it gave him a much better chance, a much longer period of time to try and bring it back.
Damn. Dude, yeah, that DI tag.
Yes, it's so important. And it's not particularly difficult. Like,
no, it's
you don't
not.
need SD a bunch. As long as there's a list of, if you go watch ESAM's video, there's a list of like 5 or so characters who fall really fast, who it is really, really difficult for. Still technically possible. You just have to SDI really, really, really well. But yeah, from what I have tested, like even as Roy's like just past the cusp of those 5 characters, and it's not hard to do. Like there is no reason not to be doing it.
I mean, it's saving these guys.
Yes.
You can cope with this character, guys. Just believe.
Yep. You may not like her, but there are ways to deal with it.
Adaptation over everything else, guys. All right, the roll in. Tried to roll behind him, go for the grab. Didn't put the book down fast enough.
Okay, he's going to get a little bit of a string. Okay, very nice DI. If you DI down and away from the dive kick, she can't really get a B follow-up afterwards. So good DI from Johan there.
Johan guessing that there was going to be a roll in. That's why he went for the command grab. There we go.
Wow. Robin's grab range from standing is actually not that bad.
It's amazing the things you can do with magic.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good point, yeah. Whenever you're a magician, whenever you can summon fire from your hands. Okay. Nice.
1, 2, 3.
Didn't want to commit to the flip kick after the side B, so still just going into a quick 2-piece.
Here's the fun part.
Time. Yep.
You did. Ding.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
I mean, at that percentage, it's the thing though to keep in mind is that AeroLink has not been doing witch time as much as you would imagine.
Yes.
He's been very sparing regarding it, so it's becoming further and further away from his mind.
So you stop thinking about it. And you're like, oh, that happens sometimes where it's like you're playing against Bayonetta, and if you don't really think about it and remind yourself, you're just like, oh, I just press buttons whenever I'm in a good position from below. It's just what you do against characters, right? And you really don't want to do that.
In actuality, it should be the inverse. The longer something is gone, that's a really good move, the more you should be aware of it.
Yeah, the more that, your opponent wants to be looking for that option since you haven't, had to deal with it yet. Again, we saw this in Karna's match as well. Doesn't get the first down throw up air on Battlefield, but still managed to get the regrab after the air dodge and then converting afterwards.
There's the side B to catch the roll. Ooh. The drop down? No, not going to be able to follow up here. There it is. That's the other one. Now he gained stage control. Good job shielding off of that. Is he going to be able to take him off to the left?
Be a big conversion. Wow, does manage to carry him far enough to get for the kill. That was actually really good from AeroLink because he chased the double jump after the down throw rather than because Johan understood that it was the threat of the boot because he dropped the boot on him earlier in the set. And so Johan was like, well, let's not deal with the boot then. I'm just going to jump out. And, what are you going to do about that, AeroLink? And I said, well, I'm going to up B you. And then I'm going to do stuff. And then I'm going to forward air you in the blast zone. What say you, Johan?
He says goodbye, stock.
Okay, we'll go back to that.
What could he have? How could he have DI'd that? Should he gone down and in, or down and out?
If he smash DI'd up, I don't know if the forward air still connects. He might have been able to get like at least the first couple of hits. Forward air is a little bit finicky from Bayonetta. Trying to figure out like when it actually legitimately combos and when it doesn't off of various DIs can be kind of tricky. So it's hard to say like without going through and like testing that exact situation.
Whoop! Where's the follow-up grab? You went for the dash attack
on that side B. So there's a bit of tell on the side B to show whether or not she's going to be doing the flip kick afterwards. To do that, you have to be holding the button relatively early on.
Sure.
And then whenever she's sliding, if she's going to do the flip kick, she'll be firing her guns.
Got it.
So that's the thing you can look out for. If she's not firing guns, then then like it's going to be pretty quick. And if she is firing her guns, she's going to be having a little hitbox flying around her. So watch out for it. Don't get hit.
Oh, I got nervous the way AeroLink was threatening. He looked like he was in that position where it's like, I could just squeak a dare in here. This would be terrifying. Oh, some guns from AeroLink. He's going to do his best to see exactly what I'm talking about. These guys love to do drop-down nair. It works so well to hit on both sides. If you end up going too close to the stage, that's when the stage fight comes down. See? Now he's expecting the tech, though.
Yeah.
Oh, the spot dodge getting called out so hard. That's what I want to see. Whoa. Keeps him in hit stun long enough to have the follow-up here. Now he has stage control messed up and command grab for the wrong side. Bit problematic.
But still got the damage lead.
This witch is on fire.
Literally. Oh, but in comes the Giant Fist, sniping him full range out of that short hop. That is, it's a commitment that Bayonetta can do, but that move has a lot of range. It can definitely surprise you in a lot of situations where you're like, well, I was not even expecting to have to worry about you putting hitboxes in my general vicinity.
He's doing it again. He guessed that he was going to air dodge. He just messed up on the timing for the dive kick downward.
Okay, nice hunt for the roll. Not going to be high enough percent for the down throw up or to
Great
kill.
spacing, though. Staying behind him. Holy, that's not enough.
Yeah.
He's at too low of a percentage.
So there is actually two variations on Thoron, which is that fully charged. You can hold the button, and then it hits a couple more times and does more damage. Or you can just press the button, and then it's got more knockback. So far, Johan's mostly been just using it for damage.
He's not dead.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
I lied to the people.
He's dead. The down air would not have finished him. So, yeah, AeroLink recognizing that.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
You got stomped out and punched out in the same combo.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Not a fun thing to experience.